Yeah, just...
Do you think that's going to pick up in the... I just saw you with the mask. I don't know why I haven't looked at you for like 5 minutes and I turned around. And you're just like... Yeah, so... Have you seen the meme of the Chick-fil-A kid being like, this is clown juice? And it pans to the kid wearing a mask and it goes to like this fucked up painting of like a World War II person. Like bomb behind him, just like, oh.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Spill with Dill podcast. I am your host, Batman. And right next to me I have my co-host as always. This is,
It's Eastman, you fucker. Why didn't you tell me this was a Halloween episode? Everyone's dressed up except me.
So everyone, happy Halloween.
I feel so stupid now.
We're here. No, just be yourself. You're a joker.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Anyway, our guest today for episode 4, we have everyone, Sarah too.
Hi.
Woo! What?
Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, thank you for coming. Sarah, what do you do? You're a comedian, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to oversell it because it's super amateur. I started doing it a year ago. Mostly I just kind of vibe and hang out. I do have a regular job, but it's not exciting. But no, comedy's a fun thing that I do on the side.
You just starting out, like, how long ago was it?
You said a year, right?
Yeah, I started last August. So I was in between jobs, and I got a gig bartending and being a brand ambassador. So basically, I would go to farmers markets at this really cool cidery that sadly doesn't exist anymore. Super lame, convoluted story of what happened to the business. It's a shame, but I was working behind the bar, and I was super starved for attention, and it was a cidery. And I went up to the comedian who ran an open mic that was there every Friday. Their name is Stacy Axler. We love Stacy. And I just kind of went up to them. I was like, hey, Stacy, do you want to hear a joke? And they were like, yeah, of course. And I said, cider? I hardly know her.
And that was your first introduction.
Wait a second.
Was that your introduction into comedy?
In that is perfect for it.
Well,
All right,
no,
you're
so
hired.
we had known each other for a
need you
while
on here.
because I'd been working there for about 4 months, and I worked almost every Friday night. So I would see the open mics, and I was kind of just in my head, I was like, I want to do this so bad, but I don't want to ask because I feel uncomfortable asking for some reason. So I needed someone to say it to me first and be like, hey, is this something you'd be interested in doing? And I was like, yes, please. I would really like to try it.
Was it that you wanted someone to ask you, or you were nervous to actually do it because you haven't done it before?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
Okay.
Because I like to joke about how I'm in recovery from being a theater kid. So
I think I am too, honest.
No, I mean that's what 5 seasons of Glee will do to your brain.
Yeah.
It shit's one hell of a drug.
That show had me in a chokehold.
Yeah.
In high
No,
school.
dude.
It did.
Choreographed
Absolutely.
That show is
insane.
cursed though. Like I think like half of the cast is dead now.
Yeah, no, it is. It is very cursed.
Joker.
It
was the Joker the whole
was
time.
the Glee Joker. No, Ryan Murphy is a motherfucker for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I decided not to pursue any sort of performing arts as a career. I probably could have auditioned for conservatories or something. And my parents were on board with it too. They said, Sarah, you should audition. And I was really lucky to have the adults in my life feed my delusion in that regard.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You keep downplaying this.
Yeah.
Mature
Yeah.
delusion.
I feel like...
No. The issue is that I wanted to try to like make it really bad, but I was afraid that if I did try and I failed, that for some reason that would be worse than not really doing anything.
Right.
That's what the worms in my brain were telling me.
So it's like you never want to move forward thinking, what if, like
Yeah.
I could have done it, but I didn't. So.
Exactly.
You miss all the shots you don't take.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
We're
even-
good at
Reach
this.
for the stars.
Even
good
if
at the
you
puns.
miss, you land among the stars.
That's
like
one.
an
Shoot for
elementary
the
school
moon, even if you
painting.
miss.
There
Or
you
like the
go.
little posters
That was in
were
every one
math
of our
class.
classrooms for sure. I needed that motivation in math.
I should have taken that advice, dude. I don't know why it took me so long, because after college, I was like, okay, I think it makes more sense to go a more traditional route with school and then with my career, because I feel like it's too risky to try, like I was saying before.
Totally fair.
Right.
And then I got my degree in a super versatile subject, communications. They will let just about anybody get one of those. I am proof of that. And
Very versatile.
yeah. And I was like, I can do anything with this. And then I got a job in sales, and then I got laid off during the pandemic. And I was like, okay, turns out the safe choice was maybe not so much the safe choice. And I had to go back to bartending. This is like the very short version of a super long story. But then I went back to bartending. Took me 9 months to find another job in my field. I started a job as a recruiter. And I was like fully in white savior mode. I was like, I can help every person who needs to find a job, and I can be the recruiter
Savior
that
is
I
crazy.
needed. Well, no, that like, I think in hindsight, maybe
Was
it
this,
wasn't
like,
like white
mid-pandemic?
savior. This was
Were you
Probably right after, right?
This was February of 2021.
Yeah, so, like,
still
right after then.
after lockdown during pandemic.
like shortly after
Yeah.
the riots kind of calmed down a little bit?
Well, I was still
And the protests.
I
Were they still happening at that point?
I like to joke about how I was in DC for January 6th. I was not at the Capitol storming it, but I was about 2 miles away at my restaurant job setting up for fucking brunch when it happened.
Getting all the mimosas.
You
ready.
put all the correct words
on
in
the
for us
news.
to splice this later, and be like, yeah, so I
Yeah,
was.
let's
at-
make a reel.
I
Let's
was
cut her
going
up
to
and make
go,
it.
But I had to have
So
brunch
I was
first.
at January 6th.
No. I was at work
got
for yes. Literally, I clocked in that day. I was at work for 1 hour, and then Bowser was like, "Wrap it up, go home."
Bowser?
The crazy Mayor Bowser, DC.
Okay.
Please
Yeah.
cut that out. That made me look so dumb. I thought I really thought the Mario. I was like, whoa, okay. Yeah.
No, it's okay. But yeah, she was like, everybody go home, wrap it up. But by that time, all of the roads were closed, and I could not get home because there's no metro stop at the wharf. So I was like, what the
shit.
hell do I do? And I wasn't even living in a place that was metro accessible at the time. So yeah, January 6th really fucked my day up.
So you were just stranded in DC
For like an hour until one of my coworkers was able to give me a ride home and take me there. But yeah, that was an annoying day, dude. I'm glad that they've been able to figure that shit out. But
That
yeah,
was such a wild.
It wouldn't have happened if I was there.
it would not
Yeah,
have
where the
happened.
fuck were
You're
you,
so
Batman?
right.
I had prior
Prior
responsibilities.
Another mentally ill person because they didn't get the proper help.
I only come out
Somebody
past
off
9
the
p.m.
turnstile.
What,
Fuck
someone's-
him.
a father trying to support his family, break his arm for an eighth. Cool, Batman.
I only come out in the shadows. That was at 3
eighth.
p.m.
That's actually a very good point. It was at 3 p.m.
Anyway, speaking of why I'm wearing this, it's Halloween.
It is.
Just to let you know, we do film these a little bit earlier than they release. So this is
You guys are
Halloween that
phonies.
this came out on, so happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
So we decided we'd get a little bit spooky in this bitch. Well, I didn't tell Eastman until I got here, so...
It's fine. You guys look ridiculous.
So tell
It's
us
not
your
October
favorite
31st or
spooky
not.
story, Eastman. What's your craziest spooky thing that's ever happened to you?
Happened to me personally? Or
Yeah,
just-
like I'm talking like you're sitting down and the fucking dinner table flies across the room out of nowhere.
All right, so I was told when I was baptized that the water bubbled a little
This
bit.
is good. This is gonna be
Yeah.
good.
So I was getting baptized, right, with my cousin. 'Cause we were born around the... Yeah, it bubbled, and
Like
like
you
the
made it
water
hot?
had a weird reaction to my skin, right? And it started to form a rash, and then out of nowhere, it was a bright sunny day, right? It gets really dark all of a sudden. You just start hearing a very low rumble. Just And then after that, my parents say like a flash happened and they don't really remember the rest. I was just a baby, so
What?
yeah.
So wait, so like, how old you were? Like probably a couple months old, getting baptized.
Yeah, I was like right out
The
womb,
water
so
starts to fucking
Fresh
growl
baby.
at
Yeah,
you
right out the
and
NICU. I had low
boil.
blood sugar, so I was in a little tank for 3 weeks. I think that's because I
Dude.
was a test tube baby, though.
Aw.
You were a test
well, now
tube
I feel
baby?
Like a dick.
I like to think so. I'm pretty weird.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Apparently took my folks a long time to have me, and I'm an only child. And my mom had to take a bunch of like drugs.
Wait, same.
So I was just like, nah, they just put me in a cocktail shaker. And I was like,
No! Oh no!
That classic Sazerac.
oh, gross.
No, I'm an only child too, and
sweet.
My parents had me when they were 39, almost 40,
My folks are
and
37.
up until the second trimester, I was a twin, and
No way.
I absorbed it. in the
Yo,
womb.
actually?
Yeah, I was like,
suck
this
your dick.
town.
Met one of you before.
It's
That
true.
explains the pointy ears.
I was like, this town ain't big enough for the
Both
both
of
of us. No, I was
I'm
just
bigger than you.
I was just hungry.
You're just.
I was hungry. No, but like,
I like
when
the E's.
when women get pregnant later in life, it's more common for 2 eggs to drop at once instead of just one, because it's like a going out of business sale. So 2 of them popped in there, and only one of them came out, and that was me.
My God, that's like, I love how that's your spooky story. Bounced off.
Is this
Pretty
your,
spooky.
Is this
Yeah,
your
my
bit?
spooky
I don't
story
think
was
that's her bit
real.
either. I think that's like,
No, is that part of your bit though?
No,
like when you perform?
I
That's
do
hilarious.
tell a similar story in one of my sets, but no, that is allegedly true.
Wait, you don't believe
I don't
my story?
remember. I
She
wasn't
doesn't
there.
believe my story.
I don't believe your story because you made it up just now.
No, I had that in the chamber for years.
Oh,
Thank
you made it up
for
years
this
ago.
very exact moment. No,
The Exorcist comes out tomorrow, by the way.
my skin did have a weird reaction to the holy water though. I just had weird skin. Like I had to get a little rash on my forehead.
Wait, so are you Catholic?
My parents baptized me Catholic for my grandmother's sake, and then we never went to church after that.
Dude, we're
so
so,
boring.
alike.
It
I
is
was
so boring.
also baptized for my grandmother's sake.
Yeah,
I'm
because
not
she was the
kidding.
super Catholic one, and
Yeah,
then my
mine
mom and all
still
her
is.
sisters were like, "Yo, we're not doing this with our kids." And I
Yeah.
don't think any of us
Whoa.
really went to church. Like
I'm
that.
trying to think of a
that's
scenario where you were actually the other one in the womb, and like she
And
ate
somehow
you, and
made
somehow
it
you're
out.
here, and that's why you guys are like, wait a second.
This is
That-
part of like
that
a
happened
huge
to me
revenge
too.
plot. Next thing you're gonna say is you have the other half of this super specific family
Yeah,
crest
like,
that I've
you
been
guys
carrying on a
both have
necklace.
this same, like, it spells out one half of a word, like, and you have it on your end, the same birthmark.
Although,
You
quick,
have a bite mark just on these, like, where she
I
can start
tried to
consume
munch
you.
him. And I couldn't. No, quick fourth wall break. Every time I see your name pop up on Instagram, my brain reads it as Threestman
Yeah, he gets that a lot.
instead of East.
We should probably move on to the next subject. Yeah, no, that happens a lot, and I can't do anything about it really,
Yeah.
unless I want to get real. Like like Black the artist, he spells
Six
it
Lack.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
But it's black. See, so you
No.
just have the thing with saying the
If
number.
I ever meet that
name
guy,
is.
we're gonna have so much in common because of that struggle.
Or our guest on the last episode, Diego. It starts with a 6, and people call him six
Diego.
Diego.
Six Leo.
But I
Yeah.
always do Diego.
That's a tongue twister.
It's a gamble you play spelling your name with a number. On one hand, my SEO is really up. Like when you Google me with the 3, I'm the only thing that pops up. But if you
Fair.
Google like Eastman with an E, you get a whole.
And you're always the first thing, because don't numbers come up before the alphabets when you're typing in, like the...
Yeah, I think it's just like unique enough, like for no one else in the world even remotely goes by that.
Wow.
So I just got lucky that someone on SoundCloud had Eastman in 2013, and I was like, I'll just use a 3 because I'm creative.
You should be like...
so quirky and different.
Yeah.
Not
You
like
should
the
be like
other guy.
five era.
Eastman's
Five
weird.
era should be your name. Or...
So in every job I've ever had, the naming convention of our corporate emails has been first letter of first name and then last name. So my email always ends up being stew@company.com.
Stew.
Stew, like the
Oh,
like the
it's
soup.
S2.
STEW.
So your last name's TEW.
Yeah,
and then
pronounced just
put
like the
S
number.
too.
Well, no, it's also like the sequel because she ate the first one.
No,
in the
no, I'm not the sequel. I'm the original.
So you're saying
Yeah.
that?
How do you know-
I canceled that one.
Do you find-
I wonder if there was like an actual like a
fist-
match going on in there. You know?
It's more
I mean,
like,
at that point, your arms are probably developed, I would assume.
it's more like maybe
You're a fighter.
like this, but
Should've took
in
the
all
umbilical
honesty,
cord.
it was probably just like one clump of cells just kind of merging over the other one. Just
You know that saying was like, if you feel down, remember you're the fastest person out of like a million sperm to get there. You not only
I
did
heard that's
that,
not
but you
true.
took out the competition as
took
well.
out the competition. Yeah.
That's even more impressive. So
Last name is 2, but I'm always number 1.
Oh shit! Is that in your? Is that
Wait,
in?
that
any
was
of your-
kind of fire. No, I literally made that up. just
Okay,
now.
see, I hope out of this episode we give you something. Actually, we'll get back into spooky stuff. I want to ask you something that I was planning on asking you. How do we write a stand-up joke? Because I write
that's a
like
great
comedy
question,
stuff.
yeah.
I write comedy stuff, but for like
Yeah.
sketch comedy, like we make videos, and there's a lot of like, all right, we'll take it again, we'll do it again, we'll cut.
yeah,
blooper,
do you have, like, a
we'll do it
process
again.
or anything like that.
Yes, they're like, how do I write a stand-up joke?
Okay, so great question. I when I first started writing was mainly focusing on stories, and that's still my whole shtick. Is I don't really do situational comedy so much as I do stories about my stupid life, because a lot of dumb things have happened to me, and it's great character building and it's great material. But like the January 6th thing, like I did a show on January 6th, so I was able to be like, happy Insurrection Day to everyone who celebrates, wow. And then just like kind of go into that, because the utter like ridiculousness and just like so
Definitely.
random about that day and everything that ensued thereafter. Like I was making a day in my life TikTok video that day, and then all of a sudden as I'm walking to work I see like some loser with a Trump flag in the back of my video.
Wait.
And I was looking back and I was like, oh damn, it had already started and I didn't even know. But back to writing, I'm part of this group that's all for female and non-binary comics in the DMV. It's gotten a lot bigger since I joined. It's awesome. It's really great for resources, but we do these monthly workshops, and we've been going through a book that is literally called The Comedy Bible, and just kind of helping us write stuff. And one of the exercises that really helped me was this diagram that had you write out a rant about anything. So you pick something that annoys you, frustrates you, something you find really weird, and the general formula.
So Eastman.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, cool. So
And the general formula is
Mean.
X is Y because Z. So it can be like, dating is weird because you're essentially picking someone to die with. And then you go on that tangent and talk
That's
about
funny.
all of the ways why, yeah, dating is kind of weird. You are kind of just like picking someone to die and do taxes and laundry with and all of that stuff.
Yeah,
so
right.
that's
Make a
like
clone of
a
yourself.
general easy way to write like situational and observational stuff. That's helped me at least.
I'm a huge fan of stand-up comedy. Like I think I told you this on the way here too. Like
Yeah.
if I'm normally listening to music in my car, but there'll be times I'm just like not in the mood. So I don't even listen to podcasts. I just go on like Spotify or Apple and find like a full long length comedy special and just listen to that. And I feel like it's so much about crowd participation.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever been up there and just like thought something was a nail and it didn't, but then like you had to figure out a way to just bring them back, like something like that? I feel like that's a huge part.
Yeah, so I've never really bombed a set, which is one of the reasons why I actually took a break from comedy this summer, because I started getting in my head a little bit too much. Kind of goes back to what I was talking about earlier about being a little bit scared to try, because I was getting a lot of momentum and I was booking like 3 mics for myself, sometimes more than one in one night, and just hopping around DC
crushing
on like a
it,
Tuesday.
right? Yeah.
I felt like I was, but then I couldn't write anything. I had this weird writer's block thing going on, and then I got in my head and the worms in my brain were telling me that my non-existent ops were going to make fun of me. So
She gets it.
my non-existent
The
ops.
The ops I created in my
They're
head.
literally not real.
Yeah, they're watching right now. They're watching.
They're gonna.
right
Oh my
now.
god!
They
They're
are
gonna
plotting on
watch
you.
this
Yeah.
podcast.
And
They're
scheming.
gonna watch this podcast. And they're gonna be like, haha, Sarah, what are you doing? Yeah, my ops, dude. They're the worst.
Yeah,
Classic
like
ops.
and literally
Classic.
no one. It's literally just my head. Like
Dude, it's no one.
yeah.
And if it is someone, like in the grand scheme of things, I really shouldn't care.
No.
But
They're not making you money.
But we all still, as much as we say we really shouldn't care, as much as we say it, like it's still there's something there.
It's
like,
in our nature to
Yeah.
care what other people think about us.
yeah.
We all want to be part of a group. We don't want to be
Yeah,
ostracized.
and we all want to be good at what we do, but and like the best at it. But like sometimes it makes you start thinking on the outside of what people are looking in, and then you're like, oh, he thinks this, she thinks this of me, and it's like, no, that's not really it at all. That's you
Everyone's
created that scenario.
Everyone's
Like-
perspective is of like what they think you are is different in their head versus what you think of yourself. There's the whole, you're not even like you in the eyes of someone else.
Yeah, like
you
for
might think.
everyone watching us right now, like I still get in my head, like,
Like-
what if they don't
like-
like that I look, my hands are here, or I'm doing. It's just such a
The average
conscious
Dylan
thing.
acquaintance doesn't know how sick and twisted you really are. So they're like, oh, he's cool. He's cool. But if they like
tell
actually
Don't say it.
Alter ego. Yeah, it's scary, dude. Like, you're an artist, you get it. Like,
Yeah.
when you put yourself out there, it's scary. And I think I just kind of have to banish that thought from my head, and I'm on my way to being able to do that. And maybe having that little voice like in there telling you to criticize yourself is okay to a certain extent, as long as you don't let it get into a self-sabotage
Yeah.
kind of vibe.
Yeah,
I mean, you
Very true.
need to hold yourself at a certain standard, and if
Yeah.
you feel like you're not there, that voice in your head's supposed to be like, "Yo, what are you doing?"
yeah.
Step it up.
You don't want to like turn yourself into your number one very worst enemy here.
Oh yeah, but most of the things I think are just like, "Oh, you're not good enough." Oh,
Yeah.
like you're not gonna make it. Oh, you're gonna screw up.
Yeah,
And then
'cause
that gets
we're so
repetitive.
vulnerable. We're putting out this stuff that we think is something that's gonna be great for the masses, but like
Yeah.
it's like for some people they see it as like, I don't get it, and then when you see one person even think that, you start thinking, oh, I've been doing it for so long, like I've tried to learn to just fucking drop it all out of my head.
Yeah.
Like just I've learned I am my own worst enemy. Like
Yeah.
even if someone who's all, and a lot of the time the people who are talking like all this stuff about you are the ones that are watching the most. Like that's just
Dang.
something I've noticed too. But
No, that's definitely
This is a great
true.
therapy session. Are we gonna meet here next week?
No, it is.
yeah, this is
Wait,
spooky.
I might
This is a different kind of spooky.
yeah. Yeah.
cancel my
Fuck.
session tomorrow morning. Save $50. This is great. I could use that money for evil.
This is a good Halloween episode.
Plot against your get rid of your ops before they have a chance to get rid of
Okay.
you. Start figuring that out, I suppose.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll call on Batman to get rid of my ops for me.
As long as it's past 9 p.m., I only come out in the shadows.
I don't get off until 9 p.m. at my day job.
I'm just a dog chasing cars. I wouldn't know what to do with one if I caught it.
Oh my goodness.
All right, wait. So
Yeah.
back to the spooky. Batman's back on. Let's ask here. What were you last year for Halloween?
What was I last year? What was I?
2022.
What was I last year for Halloween? Hold on. I forget. Oh, okay. So I've started doing this thing. It's my Halloween has always been my favorite thing in the entire world.
Me too. It's my favorite.
I have big plans for this year. And because this episode is coming out on Halloween, and that means that if someone's going to steal my costume idea, they are going to have to go to great lengths to be able to accomplish it. But for the past couple of years, my couple's costume formula, because I do like 3 or 4 Halloween costumes every year because I love it so
wow.
much. Well, I've always been really into special effects makeup.
Oh,
so
cool. So
I
that makes
have
more sense, yeah.
I have 4 different colors and consistencies of fake blood and other sort of like special effects paint and wax and
Shit.
sticky stuff, like little tiny spiders and things like that, in a little case that I keep under my bed that comes out just about once a year in October. But my couple's costume formula is I get to be random hot girl and my partner Christian is an inanimate object that is somehow related to me. This started.
Yo, this is
okay.
amazing. Keep going.
This is fair.
Shout out
wait.
Christian.
And
Hands down.
No,
man.
he has been a
ride or
great
die.
sport.
Great sport.
Some of the costumes that I have suggested, mostly the ones related to anime, he has like shot down because he's like, no, can we be like regular people and not a cartoon? And I'm like, it's not a cartoon, it's anime.
Yeah.
So
What the fuck?
the first year, I was Guy Fieri and he was a cheeseburger.
I was gonna say, was he like a French fry or something? That's so cool.
And then we also
That's awesome,
switched
though.
the costumes also. So then we went out another night and we didn't have another plan. So then I was the cheeseburger and he was Guy Fieri. But the year after that, I don't know if y'all have ever seen Death Note, probably
Of
because
course.
it's So I was Misa Amane. And I made him a Death Note out of
book?
cardboard.
Oh, he's just.
So he's just like,
So
a
the
box.
fun thing was that you could open it up like it was an actual notebook, and I put a little Sharpie on it.
Oh, wow.
So people could write names inside.
your poor
That-
boyfriend is just
wait,
sitting
that's
there like getting
actually
drawn
fire.
on, and he's like,
Because then you could actually like use that for as memorabilia. You you don't have to throw it away. Like he got signatures.
It ended up collecting dust, and we did throw it away. It was really fun at first because people were writing things like Mitch McConnell, you know.
Halle
"Yeah, that actually
Berry.
might have worked. Have you seen him recently?"
He is on his way out. I can't wait to see which one of them is going to be next. It could literally be anyone. I can't wait to see what other Congress people I outlive. It's a crazy situation. But yeah, it got kind of weird when one girl at the party wrote down the name of a real person that she knew and she just like, had beef with. So after that,
You were like, "Yo, we gotta shut this down."
yeah, I took the Sharpie and I put
Fuckwits.
it in my purse. I was like, we're not doing this anymore. I don't want anyone's feelings to
Wow,
get
she
hurt.
ruined it for everyone.
Yeah, and then last year, this has been my favorite one so far. Have you ever seen the movie Men in Black?
Yeah.
So,
No, what's that one about?
really?
I'm totally fucking with you.
I was like, oh, it's really fun. There's
I'm
actually
totally
three
joking,
of
I
them.
totally grew up
So
with Men in Black.
I was
body
a
cop
Men in Black agent. I had my tie and my my black blazer, and I had a little water gun. And he
God, I think I know
was
what
the
you-
flashy thing.
You made him the memory eraser.
I made him the memory eraser. Yeah, I got him
So
a
you look like a
metallic.
giant dildo.
I'll have to show you a picture. I got him a metallic silver jacket and a red
Okay.
sweatband for his forehead.
Did it
And
flash?
It did not.
That would have been
But
insane.
it looked like the flashy thing.
Cool.
And then this year, I am going to be Nicole Kidman from the AMC movie promos, and he's going to be a bag of popcorn.
You should be a costume stylist.
Yeah,
These are
wait.
genius.
I'm gonna need you to help me with my costume this year because that was amazing.
I've got ideas. I've got big plans.
Cool. Awesome. We're gonna take a quick little break and we will be back in just a minute for y'all.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So that
My D&D character, I'm a level 6 high elf wizard
Nice.
with social anxiety. My name is Adavan. That'll be really funny if you Google it. Jokes are better when you explain them.
In a van.
But do you remember, it was like several months, almost honestly it was over a year ago, you tweeted about like wanting somebody to feature on one of your tracks. And I
Yes.
responded to it and said, I won't do that, but if you want me to send you a voicemail pretending to be a jilted ex-lover, like, I
Right.
can do that.
Yeah, I remember. I think I still probably have
that was you on that album?
That was
yeah,
me.
on the album.
What was it called?
I had an album out last year in 2022 called "I Guess It Couldn't Hurt" and
That
song.
was a year ago already?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually back in
Shit.
June or August last year. Wow, time is really
Yeah.
flying. But
That's
like,
something spooky we could talk about.
Yeah, I put that out and then I tweeted like I was just getting a bunch of voicemails and stuff, or like actually having people come over, and then that's when you told me I'll just send you a voicemail. But I tweeted, I need voicemails from people, and she was like, I'll do it, and then I was like, okay, cool, and then you sent me two.
I sent you two.
You sent me
Really?
two.
I wanted to have options.
Yeah.
So there's an
she gave me some variety.
So there's an unreleased.
There's
one.
an unreleased one. There's an unreleased one somewhere
Hidden
in my
lore,
ears.
I love it.
It's probably in my voicemails. We can listen to it after.
The
But
funniest part is that when I recorded those, I was drunk and I was about to go to a concert.
it's perfect.
And I was yelling into my phone, like it probably
In
did
public.
look like I was having. Yeah, I was in
Oh,
Charlottesville. I was
in
going
front
to
of
see
people.
Ripe, one of my favorite jam bands, and this guy was walking by, and he came over to check on me. He was like, "Are you okay? Like, do you need help?" And I was like, "Oh, this is for my friend. He's a rapper."
Oh, just super drunk. It's just.
Meanwhile, I was like, "Come outside right now!" Like I don't even remember what.
So
I
you
said,
sent
but
me
one
two.
of them was angry, and
One of them was
like,
the
"I want you back."
angry one.
I
Yeah.
love that.
One of them. I don't think I used that one just because like you sold it so well that it was distorted on the.
Oh shit!
So that's probably why he went to check on me, because I was probably foaming at the mouth.
But the
Yeah,
second,
you committed.
the
That's
second
sweet.
one was so like upset. It was just like, yeah. So I'm outside the fucking club. Like, you gonna fucking like we're outside. Are you fucking like hello?
It's like, are you gonna let me in? Like they said, I'm not on the list. Like, where are you?
And I was like, oh, that is so perfect.
Oh,
And
wow.
like the song was already made too, and it just it like fit your
Do you
voicemail.
remember the title of the song?
It's called Jeans.
That's the one that.
Jeans on my album. I guess it couldn't hurt.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Shameless
Go
plug.
give it a
Jeez.
listen.
The very end of it is
That's
Sarah
me.
too. So that's a fun fact about
This
that
has
one.
been a year in the making then.
It
Yeah,
really has.
yeah.
I mean, we've been like mutuals, and like we've had mutual friends
For
for
a
a long
while.
time. But
Yeah,
this
a long
is the
time.
first time we've ever hung out like this, and it's been a blast.
Right.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
I think we like first like ever talked just from mutual friends was like 2016, and then
Yeah.
it was just kind of like acquaintances. Like we knew people who knew people, and then now we're homies. What's
I
up?
can't do the dap thing. I've never
You
learned
can't?
how.
You
That,
can't?
that,
Shit.
that seemed pretty
Well,
remarkable.
Some have
fucking
tried
had
to.
it.
They've tried to teach me. I'm
They.
according to
Well,
some
how would
people, I'm
Batman do it?
unteachable.
Yeah.
Get her home by 11.
Yeah.
10:30.
Get her on my 10:30.
I'll kill you, I'm Batman.
You're good at it.
I'm Batman. Woo! That's a good way to end it.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Sweet, we can cut it there.
Can we somehow sprinkle that in the middle?
Hey, it's me, that rich guy with the suit. I'm Batman.
Hey, give me your drugs, kids.
Hey, I'm that rat from Pokemon. This is my impression of Pikachu.
Get your ass over here.
Get your ass over here, Avi.
I am
Dad.
vengeance.
The boy you lived.
We're so jumping from Warner
There's
Brothers.
so
movies.
much going on right now.
We just hopped 2 Warner Brothers classics, but it's okay. We'll start again.
We're fine.
Okay, and we're back.
I feel so safe behind this mask.
I know,
I think
doesn't
this
it?
is why people wear sunglasses inside.
Yeah. Sunglasses inside is very fun. I almost wore mine today.
I'm not gonna lie. When I was wearing that and I was talking to you guys, I felt so less insecure about myself. I felt like they think I'm capable of doing things right now.
It's just a mask.
I'm fucking vengeance right now.
Dude, look at me.
Should we unpack that? Is everything okay?
Oh
Ooh.
no! I'm in my
We might need
I'm
longer
in my
than another
Bruce
half
Wayne
hour.
era right now. I'm in my Bruce Wayne right now. So
I real quick, I did want to ask you
you're
a
not my
question
father, Alfred.
about the comedy. Is it like a workshop as well where they teach you how to like it's for the women and non-binary? What's the name of it? Let's give them a shout out. If we can.
Oh, the actual workshop is
Yeah.
called Hatched.
Hatched.
It's part of the comedy incubator. I can send you all a link to it
Yeah,
so that you
cool.
can post it because I'd love to promote it. It's a really great way for comics who are just starting out.
Yeah.
Because it is a really, not to be all liberal on the timeline, but it is a super male dominated space.
It is.
And a lot of these dudes are just the absolute worst. So it's really great to have a place for self-expression and brainstorming where men aren't even present. So it just feels a little bit more relaxed.
Sweet.
But yeah,
Tomorrow,
it's really great.
you have a show at the DC
Hey.
Comedy Loft. Congrats
Yes,
on that.
Thank you. It's my
Sweet.
first time performing at an actual comedy venue, so I'm really stoked.
Wow, I didn't even know that. So congrats.
Thank you. Clap for
That's a
me.
big place. I've been there before.
It's a little sticky in the basement where I'm gonna be, but it's sticky in
makes
like a
sense.
good way.
Actually,
You
the
know.
DC Comedy Loft is where I saw Casey Fry 2 months ago.
Oh,
on
yeah.
my birthday. Yeah.
On
I
your
s-
birthday.
yeah.
See, that's a great event. Did he do any of the like?
Oh yeah, he did.
I hope he did.
of course, yeah, he was doing his thing.
Okay.
Yeah, he was funny, but like
Casey Frey, look
it's
out.
it's a really cool venue. Like I remember, like damn, like I would be really stoked to play here. Like
Right?
Yeah, like and then I was reading the flyer yesterday. Is this one of the shows where it's more? It said like femme based kind of. Is it like? Are men allowed? Can I go tomorrow?
You
Can I go?
definitely- No,
Like-
they're gonna. If
'Cause
they
I read
see
something
a
at the
dude
bottom.
in there, they will take you out back and execute you like an injured.
Like
resource.
you just hear like the. You
Yeah.
hear it? Damn.
Get
Yeah.
turned to blue.
No, you
have
are
a
more
wig.
than welcome to come. I would love
What
for
time
you to
is
be
your?
there.
When are doors opening?
Doors open
6,
at
7.
7. Performance starts
8.
at 8.
Yeah.
I'm doing 8 minutes.
And is it
Nice.
10 comics? 5 comics?
There's 2 hosts. There's 5 performers. I think 2 of them are doing headliner slots, so those will be longer, maybe about like 15.
Nice.
And what's really cool is there's a burlesque show for intermission. Isn't that fun? That's something different. So
Talk to us about that. For what we don't
Burlesque.
know.
Oh, is that like the dun 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 dun? Oh, that! No way!
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we're going a while.
I don't know exactly what. There's a
I'm
lot of different kinds of
actually
burlesque,
might
so I don't know if it's gonna be the blah, 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 blah
You wanna
kind.
go? Slow down.
Because I think I
It
got
might
from
be
here.
a trek for you guys, but I would love to see you there if you can. No pressure, super chill if you can't.
We're going.
I need to leave the house more.
Yeah?
I don't leave.
No,
house
that's why I
only
was
when
so
I'm-
glad that you invited me, because I'm like, hell yeah, let's do something different. Let's get up to Maryland. And it was great because the extra long train ride gave me time to practice for tomorrow, which I have been procrastinating.
Are you
doing
in
just a
Virginia,
smidge.
DC?
So right now I'm in, not to dox myself, but right now I'm in Pentagon City, and I'm moving into DC
What is
in
Pentagon
like 2 weeks.
City?
Where the Pentagon is?
Wait, you just live like where in the Pentagon? That's
Not
a thing.
in it.
In it,
Not-
yeah,
yeah,
I live
she's
in
on a
it.
bed.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Bunk bed on the top floor.
No,
Don't
it's,
make fun of Batman like this, dude. I thought you liked Batman.
Dude,
Master
he's gonna
Wayne.
get you.
Master Wayne, I've taught you nothing.
But yeah, it's like if Alexandria is here
Yeah.
and the river is here,
Yeah.
and DC is here, and Maryland is here, I'm like here.
I didn't know there was like a whole city. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Amazon's there. Bezos Land. It's super chill. There's a little stand out. You ever seen Arrested Development?
Yes.
Love the
There's
show.
an actual, not affiliated with Arrested Development, obviously, it's like different,
There's a
but there is an
banana stand.
actual banana stand outside of the Amazon headquarters. And sometimes I'll walk to it and just grab a bunch of bananas, and it's my way of sticking it to big corporations. Because they
Bezos-
expect everyone to only take 1 banana.
No.
Fuck you. I'm taking 5 bananas.
He's definitely
Eat
laundering
shit,
his
Jeffrey.
Amazon money through that.
Through the bananas?
Yeah.
You know how much? What? Have you tried knocking down the stand to see if there's
If
ton
there's
of
money
cash?
inside?
There's a lot
there's
of money
always.
there.
I don't
You
have
think they
to knock
keep
it down to
their
know that there's
safe?
always money
You
in
don't
the
shit
banana
where you
stand.
eat. so
Nah,
I don't
dude,
know
it's
if
it's
they-
one of those. It's like you would never think because it's right there in front of you.
Yeah.
It's
Come
so
on, I'm
blatant.
Batman.
It's
I
so
know these
blatantly
things.
and
You know
you're
these
right.
things.
I'm fucking Batman,
know
right?
about
That's
it.
his thing.
They need justice.
I'm fucking Batman.
The people really just need more potassium.
Yeah.
He's giving it to the people.
Yeah, you know, we can all use
Potassium.
some potassium. Out here.
Yeah.
It's good for plants. It's good for people.
Yeah,
I think it's good for your hair. Right? Or your nails?
Sure.
I could use that too.
I actually don't know.
I'm
It's
just
been a
making
while
things
since I
up.
took any sort of. Well, no,
I'm a
that's
simple vigilante.
lying is fun. Sometimes I just make things up. Yeah, sure, potassium is great for your nails.
I mean, she's not lying.
Exactly. That's what's so
saying
fun
that
about
lying
it.
is fun.
No, lying's a great time. I went to New York with one of my friends a couple weeks ago, and we made up fake identities. And like every dude who bought us drinks, I was like, "I'm Jessica. I'm from Connecticut."
That sounds fun.
It was super
yeah.
fun.
If I
until-
did that, I look like a psychopath.
No.
Well, then they asked for our Instagrams, and because
Got 'em.
I don't know why I gave it to him, and I was like, "Oh, here you go," and then I got caught in my own fucking lie because
Yeah,
obviously
she's
I'm
like,
not actually Jessica from
He's
Connecticut.
like, wait.
Wait, it's
Why
just
does
she's
this
from the
say-
fucking Pentagon City. What the fuck? She's not from
She's a
there.
fed. She's a fed.
Yeah, pretty much. One time, my friends and I love to make fake identities for ourselves when we go out. It's just a silly, quirky, different thing that we do.
You said you were a bartender?
Not anymore, but I have been for a while.
I've been for so fucking long, almost 7 years, and I've been in the restaurant industry. We worked in the restaurant industry a while back together.
Talk about spooky. That shit is terrifying.
It's a fucking nightmare fuel.
I still have
Is-
dreams about never finding the table I gotta serve.
Dreams
or-
are nightmares.
But that's what I mean. I used to
It's
make it
mostly
fun,
terrors.
dude.
Yeah,
I used to
yeah.
make it fun when I got bored, and I still
I'll put the
bartend,
mask
so I
back
get
on. I felt
bored.
safer with it on.
When I get
Do
bored
it.
there, I'm like
Live your
talking.
truth.
If I'm like, I'm gonna talk to this table, but I'm gonna be British this time, and then this
Okay, I
table
never
next
did
to
that.
them, I'm gonna be a whole new person. So I used to do that shit all the time.
We worked at a fondue restaurant
Yeah.
together, and I used to lie
Is it
saying
the
like,
melting pot? Or
Yeah,
was
we
it another
worked-
fondue?
we
Okay, I was
worked
like,
there.
what
Yeah.
other fondue restaurant
Yeah.
is there?
We'll,
I don't want to give them any.
I still kind of work a
Publication,
little
though.
bit for them, so
Oh,
I don't want to.
okay.
Oh yeah,
I
he
don't
kind
wanna-
of still picks up.
Still, I
shifts.
pick up some
Okay.
bar shifts from them.
Got
every
it.
now and then.
Okay, we'll call it the Cheese House.
Yeah, so the cheese house,
Yeah,
right?
the from on
cheese soup.
The Cheese House.
He sounded like that guy from Phantom Menace. Watto. Money doesn't work on me.
But like I would be like at this time, be like, hi, my name's Dylan. So it works here at the Melting Pot. It's a 4-course experience, and after that, first is cheese. Second will be your salads, and you can both individually choose your own
I
salad.
would have just ran with that every time. That would have been sick.
And then the next one,
yeah.
I'll be like, my name is Dylan, and I've come from Soviet Russia.
I used to just lie saying my grandmother was from Switzerland or something. Yeah, we used to have fondue all the time. It was like
That
a big
works.
part of she taught me how to make
Our
the traditional
culture.
stuff, and they'd be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cute,
But
grandma."
it was always fun to like change your identity. Like,
Oh, yeah.
that's what-
Oh, you get so bored, and you're
Yeah,
like,
you
I
get
have
so,
to
like,
do
Just
something
be like,
to
all
keep
right,
me
for this
from
guy, I'm gonna be this type
snapping.
of
Yeah.
I'm gonna be this character.
See, I would just always lie and tell everyone that I was in grad school to try and get them to give me
Oh,
more
I lied
money.
to everyone. I lied to every.
I told them I was a
every
struggling artist,
table.
and I was like, I'm trying to own my own recording studio one day.
Aw.
Not everyone in
Yeah.
general, just at the restaurant, guys. I totally meant.
I don't even know who you are, Dylan. That is your real name.
You don't know who I am.
Yo, it's like Perry the Platypus, like a platypus. Batman.
Harry the Platypus!
Perry the Platypus.
That
I'm Batman.
That was a good one.
I can do Doofenshmirtz, but I gotta get some phlegm in there. I'll do it later.
Have you ever thought about doing voice acting?
I would love to,
My name
especially
is
because I'm such a
Ahmed.
big anime fan. Like, I feel like it would be really fun to dub something and just go nuts.
What's
That'd
your
be
best?
fun.
What's your best impression right now of anyone? Anything famous?
Put him on the
anyone
spot.
We didn't even plan this. This is so good.
famous? We actually didn't plan a lot. This is going great. I feel like you're gonna.
Here we
do
go.
This.
I lost it.
Okay, I put you on the spot. I got too comfortable. didn't I?
No. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay.
That's a crime.
Try this on for size.
Elmo loves his goldfish, his crayon too. That's Elmo's world.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
I.
That was sick.
Thanks.
Now you have to talk the rest of the
Putting
podcast
you
like
in jail
that.
right now. It's time to go.
Elmo loves
Going to
Batman. Elmo loves anime titties. Wow.
I forget. I don't know how I figured out that I could do that.
You're just chilling.
But it's a great party trick. I love to whip it out.
That's
When you said, can you do any impressions? I was
You
like,
knew that
fuck
one.
yeah.
You had that one in the
Fuck
gun.
yeah.
It was ready.
Ace in the hole or something.
That was
it pretty
fire.
much is. Thank you.
Let me just pull this out real quick.
Yeah. And then I can do, my anime titties and whatnot. Yeah.
The world is coming to an end.
But Batman will save us.
Will he?
I don't know.
No, I will not.
He's
Yeah,
got
I
so
was gonna
much money
say.
and he's just not sharing it.
Do you really think if there was like someone with that much money as Bruce Wayne, he would actually fucking care enough to?
No.
There are people with that much money and they don't do shit.
Yeah,
You saw Bezos with the Doc Ock arms, right? He's just getting ready.
but I feel like he's gonna. Yo, shit, you're.
You remember
right.
those? And he's like with the most evil laugh. He looks like a skinny Lex Luthor with the Doc. And
Yeah.
I'll never get a job at Amazon.
I won't either, and that's fine. I would like to say that I'm above that ethically, but I would sell out so fast if I could make a livable wage. Or like even like more than a livable wage. Oh my god.
Like if a big like studio
game
hit me
over.
up to like record orchestral stuff or stuff for like movies, I would probably pack up and head out. But
Hey man, take me with you. We'll see if they need any voice actors who
right,
can do
but
Elmo.
that's like I would need like a decent sum to like uproot from where I'm at because I'm really trying to make this work
Yeah.
right now.
I like this though, and I feel like you get to work with so many local artists.
I do. I get to really understand the DMV, and I would say, the more you understand about your local music and the culture, the more immersed you get into it, and that's basically been one of my goals since day one. So the fact I get to meet a ton of people, you also realize how small the community is.
Yeah.
It's probably the same with comedy. You're only like one person away from having a mutual friend with someone else.
Yeah, I
even if
mean,
you
like
didn't
your
realize
friend
it.
Al that we were talking about earlier,
Yeah.
Exhibit
Al
A.
Barnes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
And-
the homie, and I want to get him on here. And you said that you checked about, and you guys have like mutual friends in comedy.
Yeah, small
Yeah.
world.
So I'm saying DMV is just like its own hub.
Little Fuzz.
Hair.
What a good friend.
We can't afford
hair. I have
we don't a
blonde
budget for,
hair now. So
No
it
budget
called?
for lint rollers?
No, not even
Lamp
that.
liquor.
What is it like? Fashion or no wardrobe? and makeup?
Wardrobe?
We
hair
don't have
and
wardrobe and
makeup.
makeup.
Yeah,
yet.
we're lacking in our wardrobe department, and
once-
we need someone who applies blush every. Hey Dewey, what you up to next week?
Let's give him a makeup kit, bro.
I bought you a makeup kit.
Just come out of here.
Fix us up every 5 minutes.
I just want to feel pretty.
Powder your nose.
I just want someone to like.
Once we get some sponsors, we'll be able to afford hair and makeup.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Exactly.
it's Maybelline.
So Blue Chew is offering. No, now
Blue
we're
Chew
now we're
is
just like
fucking
actually giving free
Horny
advertising.
goat wheat. Yeah, now come
We
on.
can edit that out in
It's
post.
Green Chef. Wonderful.
Hymns.
Hymns.
Have you all heard of Manscaped?
God. I was at my friend's house and she has her boyfriend's Hulu logged in, and there were all of these ads for Hims.
Yeah.
And not to dunk on y'all, but
What is
I do
Hims?
think that it's
Like
so
a
funny.
Viagra or an antidepressant for men.
It's
Oh,
basically
it only does one or the other. Is it
There's
it's a
two
hub
different
for
types.
men's health.
Yeah.
So you can get dick pills, you can
Okay.
get
Yeah.
Rogaine,
Anxiety, antidepressants,
yeah,
Rogaine.
all of that, but also just like general vitamins and mental health stuff and resources. And I do think that it's funny that it had to be branded like Hims and
I
like
was gonna
just
say,
for men,
like, don't
for
they
like
have a Hers?
dudes to know that they
Don't
can
they have a
take
Hers?
vitamins.
They don't have a hers.
I'm pretty sure they do.
I've never heard of it because I just do all
Hims.
that shit already, man. I don't know.
I was
what
gonna
to
called
tell
life.
you.
Nice.
Yeah.
It should be, mental health should definitely be like, be brought into the public and make people feel comfortable.
Oh, for sure.
But,
I think
you
to
know-
a certain extent it has, but
I mean, when it gets a little too like hyper focused on something, like hymns or dude wipes,
dude.
Dude,
it's like
why?
Oh my
it seems a
god.
little excessive.
Or like Dove for men. It's
That
the
stuff is
same. It's
bad
the
for you,
same
too.
soap. It really is. Like bar soap is not the greatest. It leaves like film on your skin.
And
Yeah, I don't-
all those
I don't like
background
bar.
ingredients, like I don't
And
know.
you're just reusing.
I was taught if you can't pronounce
We
the
like to be clean
ingredients,
up
probably
here,
not
guys.
good for you. Like
Yeah.
Hexacenylphytamate.
Oh.
I just made that up.
Oh,
but you see what I mean? Like it's like words that look like that.
Yeah, I think to a certain extent that is definitely true, but it's also not, because some of those things are just like the scientific term for salt.
Oh,
You know?
that's
Yeah.
fair. Like when you see like
to
fructose or
dehydrate yourself,
glucose,
yeah.
it's just sugar,
Exactly. It seems scary, but yeah,
just more sugar.
exactly. Yeah, I'm not a scientist. So I maybe should stop talking about stuff that I don't fully understand. But yeah, no, everyone should be
We
reading
could
the
turn this into
ingredients
the
on
Joe
everything.
Rogan podcast.
I'm
Oh
not a
God,
scientist.
please don't.
We could just make up things.
And hypothetically, if you were to use this bar of soap
Yeah.
to
My
clean your body, and then hypothetically, if I were to say, yeah, no.
Jamie, could you pick up that alien article real quick?
Oh God.
Jesus, no, we can't. That's spooky, but no.
How creepy do we want to get to?
Who were you for Halloween last year?
Oh, you guys are gonna hate me. I'm like the Scrooge of Halloween.
Did you
Oh.
not do anything?
I don't do anything. I
You have to change that this
I
year.
can't be someone I'm not for even a second. I keep it 100 way too much.
Oh, that's stupid.
It is stupid, but also I don't know.
I just
I don't go
burped.
out.
Microphone didn't count.
So I also don't actively look for it. I don't know. I was always into Halloween as a kid, but then as
Can I
we got
ask?
older,
Do you, when it turns to October, do you not get in that like Halloween horror mood? Like I watch horror movies like all the time. I
I
mean,
watched Scooby
but I
Doo
watch
last
it-
night.
Yeah, last night
what
I
is
watched
it,
Halloween 1978 just for fun. Like,
Was it Disney Channel? They used to have the 30 Nights of Horror. Where you
Yeah,
watch
a lot of
Halloween
channels actually have
Town,
that, so it's
Hocus
like a-
Pocus. I used to do that.
Yeah.
I get so into it. I like love what, and The Exorcist comes out tomorrow. I'll say it again.
And I'll
I'm
ca-
going to see that.
I'll carve
tomorrow.
the fuck out of a pumpkin.
Well, not
Put it-
tomorrow.
make
I'm
a
going to your show
jack-o'-lantern.
tomorrow.
Some apple cider.
Apple cider is the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the
That's-
whole aesthetic.
Oh
and-
yeah, I love apple picking and just the smell of fall.
Yeah.
That
Well,
crisp
apple
air.
picking is our culture as white people.
Yeah, I don't know the first
Is it
fucking
really?
thing about
It is.
goddamn.
Okay.
thing.
Yeah.
It's just delicious. You don't know. I'll take it. It's nice.
Is it?
We can do a podcast.
You guys
on
use your
apple.
hands, or is it?
It's the
mouth,
best
or is it
apples
like
you'll ever
your
eat. These are
toes?
straight from the
Oh
vine.
yeah, I'm
organic.
allergic to apples, and I still go apple picking.
I'm sorry.
Well, it's only if they're fresh. So, like if I bit into one, I would break out in hives. But I can have an apple pie because it's baked.
Oh, it gets all the
I recently
the enzymes out.
got
but yeah.
allergic
It's the
to apples
pollen.
too. Like that's what someone told me.
Yeah.
It was the pesticides on the skin that like makes you like.
Yeah.
Your throat, my throat itches now, and I used to
Shit.
eat apples my whole life. But in
You gotta wash it
2017,
off before you eat it.
no, I've tried that.
It
I
gets
can eat it if
into
I
the
take the
skin.
skin off. I can always eat an apple if I take the skin
Oh.
off. But it's just whenever there's a skin, I start itching. Like
That sucks.
Yeah.
it sucks. It happened out of nowhere. But
Yeah. So what happens is the pollen that is around the fruit when it's growing gets into the fruit, and that's what makes you itchy. So
Oh.
ironically, the more organic something is, the more it's probably going to make you itch because the more pollen is going to be stuck on it. But like those GMO apples with that thin layer of wax on them, that's like an impenetrable layer. That'll probably be fine. But I don't
Yeah.
have the same problem with things like melons with a really thick rind or any citrus fruits that you would have to peel.
Same.
It's just stuff that you bite directly into. It sucks. Sometimes
Even
I
blackberry
microdose
pear.
peaches just to like,
Microdose.
yeah, I just take like a little bit of a peach and just,
Just
yum,
like
yum, yum.
stick it on my tongue for
And
a
I'll-
little bit.
We'll have to
Yeah.
clip that.
I'll get a little itchy,
We're gonna
but
clip everything you've said for
Just, like,
real
poison-
and just make it all the
Poison
bad
yourself
things.
a little bit.
Yeah,
to
so
try to
here's what
build
you're
your-
gonna want to do.
Oh, no.
Microdose on your.
honestly, no, yeah, cancel me. Just do
Cancel
it.
you?
Yeah.
No, we would never.
No, I'm gonna try
You're
and
gonna do
give
that
you
yourself.
the most despicable soundbite that I possibly can. I'm gonna make that my mission.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do your thing. If you want to get us all canceled right now,
It's gonna come when you
Try
least
to drop a
expect it,
bomb.
though.
Okay.
Have
Dylan's like, dude, shut up. No.
I thought of another question. Have you so far in your this is your first venue tomorrow, like a big one. But so far, have you done it? Have you had anyone heckle you? Anyone like
Like
talk
an
back?
open mic or something.
Yeah, like
Oh, actually, yeah, one time. And it wasn't somebody being like, oh, you suck. It wasn't anything like that because I'm perfect and I've never done anything wrong or bad in my entire life, so that doesn't happen
yeah,
to me.
yeah.
But
A1 day one.
there,
A1 day.
I have this joke. It's kind of old. I still like to do it sometimes. I'm not doing this bit tomorrow, but is talking about how Christian just came back from being deployed for a really long time. And, you know, the couch that he plays Call of Duty on is so far away. So long distance has been really hard. And kind of going into Call of Duty jokes, because when he first got his PS5, that was all this motherfucker was doing. And he tried to teach me how to play, and I got so frustrated because I would just get worked at every turn because I couldn't figure out the buttons, and then I had to reload, and it was just a mess.
There wasn't a mouse.
Is Christian playing Warzone?
Yeah, I
Can
can
you tell
send
him
you
to
his
hop on
gamer
tonight?
tag.
Yeah, can you send me his gamer tag?
I'll send you his gamer tag. And mine is, maybe we can bleep this out just so I don't get harassed, but mine is Oat Milk Lover 420. If anyone
I will remember
wants
that.
to-
That is
If
Okay.
anyone
I won't
wants.
repeat
And you
it.
don't smoke?
No, I just
Really
thought it was funny. Yeah, I don't know. I love
Just
to...
like oat milk, and I was born in
Just
April.
oat
28th.
milk is so silly, you know, silly little oat milk. But this guy, he like mentioned when I did that joke. He was like, "Oh, I just got back from deployment," and I was like, "Oh, that was cool, man." And then I carried on with my set. And then I mentioned I have another bit about, you know, being a white lady and just like silly things that white people do. And I was
We
like,
are
you know,
silly.
if you don't believe me that I'm white, like I have a cat and he has an Instagram, and that should be proof enough. And then the same guy piped up and he was like, "Oh, what's his Instagram? I'll follow it." And then it started a chain of like everyone wanting to follow my cat's Instagram.
That's pretty cool.
Which is, I'm looking directly into the camera as I say this, it's Kevin Stinky Mittens. Go give him a follow. He is a very good boy and he is so sweet. Oh yes,
Shout
he
out
is.
Kevin Stinky
Oh yes, he
Mittens.
Wait, I'm
is.
about to follow.
Yeah, see, well, this is what happened. But and then I just kind of had to say, okay, I have the talking stick, back to me, because I don't do
Hey.
crowd work. I don't like the uncertainty of it.
The spontaneousness of it.
Yeah.
Like anything can happen.
fair.
Because you
Yeah.
can't control it. And that's one of the reasons why I don't post a lot of clips of my material, because obviously I'm writing new stuff and I'm cycling things out as I do more mics and shows. But the reason why most of the clips you see of comics on TikTok are their crowd work is that's the stuff that you can't replicate from show to show.
Right.
So if someone's seeing that on TikTok and they're like, "Oh, I'd like to go see this person in person," you'll have an entirely different experience, and you won't get any of the actual material spoiled from you from just scrolling down their page. And now I can post old stuff that I don't really do anymore, but because I don't do crowd work, it's kind of hard to promote my stuff. And also, we were talking during the break about how I'm just a little scared to put out my material.
Those ops.
Right.
No, it's the ops. It's the
ops.
ops, the worms in my brain.
So if you don't like the crowd work, I think just what do I know? But I think maybe if you like just filmed a couple of them that you're doing, and you have like maybe 20 of them filmed, pick the one that has like the greatest crowd reaction that you
Yeah.
have, and I guess that's how you can save that one. You still have all these other ones under your belt. like, but
Exactly.
still, but-
I try and do at least a voice recording of every single set that I do. I don't get a video of every single one just because most of the time I forget. But I don't have a tripod, so I have to like finagle a way to set my phone up somewhere that's not inconvenient.
Gotta hit up Bezos.
You gotta
I
hit
know.
up Bright Entertainment. You gotta hit up
I
here.
actually
fogoprod. Yeah.
actually should probably order one. I definitely should have done that before tomorrow, but I'll just make Christian hold my phone. That's
There's your
the
tripod.
only reason why
There you
he's
go.
around is to
He's
hold
he's
things.
the Flash thing from Men in Black. He solid.
No, he
that'll
serves
work.
he serves lots of purposes, and I love you very much. But
He really is your accessory.
Yeah, you're awesome. I want to play Warzone. I'm getting.
It's
your
like,
game
why am
tag.
I here?
no,
I wanna play
he's.
Warzone
I feel like
instead.
you guys would get along very well.
Awesome.
He's just a guy. He's
Just a guy.
he's just a
Dude.
No, exactly. He's
Little
a dude.
guy.
He loves Philly sports.
Fuck
big
yeah.
Eagles fan. I feel like
Oh,
I'm
my
learning
roommate's
a
a
lot.
massive Eagles fan.
Yeah.
They're very passionate.
Oh, very much.
Very
so.
passionate is the word I'll
Very
use.
much so.
Not to threaten my wife.
He's watching the Phillies play tonight.
Commanders
so
almost beat them last week.
hopefully.
I was so bummed about
Fingers
that.
crossed.
Also, I just got the mark that we only have a little bit left here, so
Okay.
let me just end this out with one more spooky thing you got to say. You got how much was that? My fault. I totally missed. Okay, so actually we'll end this out with thank you so much for coming, Sarah. This is awesome. I'm so glad.
I had fun.
Me too. Like, we're getting really new at this too, so it's like really fun to actually have people here and like we just fucking vibe out. Like, there's no script. None of this had any plan. We didn't want anything to be.
All of the Batman quotes were completely improvised and
I
spontaneous.
am Christian Bale.
He's a natural, really. It's
Wow, you
just
had me fooled.
I'm just so blessed.
Went to Juilliard.
I get to be. Oh yes. I get to talk about when you were living in Croydon.
Yes, of course.
You gotta bring back Tech Tech Tony, man.
Oh, we'll save that for another one.
Do you know who Tech Tech Tony is?
Ooh.
We might have to talk about that after we wrap. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, we'll
Oh.
talk about Tech Tech Tony. I'll show you Tech Tech.
Oh, it's not just the Tech Tech. It's the Tony. Really.
Oh, okay. Of
It's
course.
Yeah, it gets
you have no.
Yeah, I don't even. We'll talk.
It's a beautiful. It's actually like this is how I showed my parents who Dylan was. I was like,
that was
yo,
our first interaction.
look at like my dad and I would watch these videos. He'd make little skits when he worked at this hot dog joint.
Are you Tech Tech Tony?
If you know, you know.
Oh,
but
no.
anyway, we're gonna end this
The
out.
hat.
Guys. We're gonna end this out. Thank you guys for watching.
The
This is
demons
the
are
end
coming
of-
out.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
This is the Spill with Dill
Shout out
podcast.
coming out, yep.
It's Eastman, and we have Sarah too.
Yep.
And we have Bright Entertainment and fogoprod, and we got fucking. I love you.
Yo.
Let's go.
Funniest motherfucker I've met.
Yeah.
in a-
I'll come up on our next episode.
Yeah, we gotta get you
Yes.
on a full episode, bro.
No, we do. Oh, that was great.